Spotlight. We're gathered here for a very special announcement. It's a drought. It's hot. The game needs changing. And you know what game I'm talking about? League of Legends. We've had the same stale old YouTube content, whether it's the YouTube highlight channels or this bad, terrible highlight number 63 out of every content creator, the same old podcasts that are long and drawn out, and we need better content. I'm here to help that. So without further ado, I want to welcome you guys to Season 2 of Run It Down. I hope you guys are as excited as I am because we have a bunch of cool stuff in store for you, and I hope you guys are ready. We're going with Run It Down, right? We're not switching it to Run It Up, right? Last time you guys literally made me change the show from Run It Up to Run It Down because Travis Gafford and G2 had a show. I don't give a shit. I'm not changing again, okay? D-O-W-N. You think Nate Shaw needs you guys more than me? I'll get him to fire all of you guys. I'm not changing this again. We're sticking with Run It Down. Now, I know a lot of you guys are wondering, Mo, we enjoyed Season 1 of Run It Up so much. What do you have in store for us for Season 2? Well, for Season 2, we're gonna have a bunch of special guests. Stay tuned, you're gonna catch one today. We're gonna have a bunch of new segments that you guys have never seen before. Instead of talking about it, how about we just show it? Now, welcome to Season 2 of Run It Down, delivered by Grubhub. What I want to talk about right now is jungle in Season 11. Now, this is the most overpowered we've seen this role in years. I haven't seen jungle this OP since like Season 6 at least. You can literally pick almost any jungler in the game and you have different viable options no matter what, whether it's from your build paths to your clear path to whether you just want to power farm or gank. You can do anything in the jungle and it works this season. And that's just talking about the role in general. I'm not even talking about the specific champions that people play. Olaf, Talia, Udyr, Lilia, Kha'Zix, and even Rengar. I hate that champion, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Now, one of the most popular champions right now in competitive play is Udyr. Udyr is running amok in League of Legends right now. He's running all across the map. He is full clearing everything. He is unkillable. He is annoying. He is stunning people. He has insane CC. He actually has a lot of damage. I'm not gonna lie, I don't mind the Udyr that much. This is the first time we've seen this champion shine in ages. This champion has been in the gutter. He has been useless. And honestly, I just want Trick 2G to be able to climb. He just got to Master Tier actually, so shout out Trick. Unfortunately, they are reworking Udyr very soon. I like his design. Although it is simplistic and it is very old, I think it's a classic and I don't think they should change it. So those are my thoughts on Jungle Season 11. Let me know what your thoughts are and let's get right into the show. So by now you guys are very used to me just rambling every show, whether I'm talking about the LCS or I'm talking about solo queue or Riot Games or whatever it is I'm talking about. I'm always just rambling and I'm going on and on about points. But now, we're doing something completely different. For the first time ever in Run It Down history, we are now introducing guests to the show. And this guest we have is very special. We have Tanner Damonte from the 100 Thieves LCS team.
Yo, what's up, bro?
Welcome to the team. Listen, I know you're a very busy guy, so I wanted to make this really worth your while. So I wanted to get you a special gift. I have a limited edition 100 Thieves jersey. I know you can't buy these online. I know you've been begging and you're desperate for one, so I wanted to give this to you. Make sure, you're welcome to the show. I just want you to know that I respect you and I appreciate you for coming on.
You know I got like 4 of these, right?
Just accept the gift, man.
This one doesn't have my name on it, bro.
Just take the goddamn gift before I take it back.
Literally, my name's not even on it, bro.
Okay, you almost lost to CLG. Stop complaining.
At least I won though, bro.
I would have won too with CLG. Put me in there.
All right, you're not wrong.
Okay, respect. So what do you think of Season 11? What do you think of the new items?
Everyone just does too much damage now. No matter what you do, everyone's one-shotting you. I see Alistar's 100-0ing me at level 5. I don't even get it.
Jungle is turbo broken. Do you agree with that? Like, yeah, best role by far?
I mean, bro, literally the mid laner is just a jungler's dog. That's not different from like 2 years ago, but now it's even worse.
Yeah.
The craziest part is that every jungler is a huge whiner, baby, when all they have to do is full clear the jungle and play versus the robots in the jungle.
True.
What
Actually,
is that?
That's very true. It's literally a PvE role. You get the best champion, the best role, and they still complain all game. I'm not surprised at this point, though. What about Closer? Does he complain a lot?
11 is so f***ing good, man. Look at them, somebody.
Yeah.
Now I have a question for you. Who's the worst mid in the LCS?
This is messed up, man.
Why? Why is it messed up?
I don't want to just flame someone.
Okay, all right. Who's the best mid in the LCS? We'll switch up.
Damonte.
Okay, respectable answer. We are 3-0. We're at the top of the league, tied for first, so it makes sense that Damonte is considered the best mid in NA for now. I said for now. You're gonna underperform later, and I'm gonna replace you. So what's up with the whip you did on stream? You won the LCS match, you got hype. You did a whip. What was that?
That was sauce. You didn't see that?
That was not sauce.
That was sauce, bro.
You didn't even do it right. You did like a side whip.
Yeah, Mark taught me that. You talking Mark now?
He did the side whip.
No, we're not doing that.
Bro,
We're definitely
come on.
not doing that.
I mean, if you're gonna talk the side whip, you gotta at least hit it.
Not a chance. Not a chance. All right, hit it for us. Seriously.
I mean, you want me to stand up and do it? You want
Go
me
for it.
like,
No, stand up. Do it.
let's
Let's see it. I want to see it.
All right, Mark taught me this, but like the normal whip, it's like that, right?
Okay.
Right, but now you gotta like add some spice to it because that's too normal at this point, right? You gotta like.
Let's
Yeah,
end this.
yeah, I mean-
I'm done, man. I really am done.
See, at least when I'm cringe, I'm like confidently cringe. At least when you're cringe, bro, it's like actually cringe.
The thing is, that's actually really true and hurtful.
I'm sorry.
Well, that about sums up the interview. Thank you so much for joining me, but we're not done here yet. We still have a very special segment where we're going to be getting into trivia. We're going to be answering a bunch of questions pertaining to the mid lane, whether it's about the champions, the role, the wave, whatever it is, and we have a prize. The winner is going to become the starting LCS mid laner. So basically, you have to win this or you lose your job. Are you confident?
I'm not losing to you, bro.
Remember this, Nate Shot. You better put me in.
Question number 1. Why is Damonte better than Yassuo at League of Legends?
I'm not reading this, goddammit, man. God damn it. Name of Twisted Fate's ultimate.
Destiny.
All right, there you go. I got same answer. All
You
right,
just copied me.
what's your point? Around what time will the first siege minion get to mid lane? 2 minutes and 17 seconds, 2:27, 2:37, and D, 2:47. I'm going with C, 2:37. You know
All
what's
right,
going
just
on.
because I want to be different than you, I'm going with D.
B?
At rank 1, what is the width of Yasuo's wind wall? 200, 250, 300, or D, 350?
A, 200.
B, 250.
Okay.
How many seconds is Galio in the air for during Hero's entrance? 0.65, 0.75, 0.85, 0.95.
I got C, whatever it is. I don't even.
I'm going with D.
Let's go. We need that.
That's
big.
just luck, bro.
Which of the following mid lane champions has the lowest base armor? Azir, Zoe, Fizz, or Twisted Fate?
I'm going with A, Azir.
D, Twisted Fate. Okay, I'll give it to you. That's a good one. That's a good one. Hey, that's his whole champ pool right there. What did I eat for dinner last night? Chinese food, a burger, pizza, or soup?
Can I go for like an E, like none of the above? Like, let's be honest here. I feel like you didn't eat any of those.
I cannot believe it. He's actually right. Do I lose both points? Like, because I didn't get to guess. I guess E2, none of the above. Do we tie that or do I lose the point?
Just tie it.
The last question, winner takes all here, or we can realistically tie it. Who is the best mid laner at 100 Thieves? Ryoma, Damonte, Huhi, and why are you laughing at Huhi? And D, Yasuo.
Okay, so C is Aurelion Sol. D is Yasuo, like literally just the champion. Either way, it's between me and Ryoma now, and I feel like, I mean, that might as well just be the 2 best mid laners in the world. I'm a little bit better though, so I'm going A, Damonte.
A is Ryoma.
I'm going B, Damonte.
No, you chose A, final answer. Fair.
B, Damonte.
You didn't say final answer again.
Final answer.
Okay, there, B, Damonte. I got D, Yasuo. How is the answer B? This is my show. Now the answer is D, Yasuo. I win the whole thing. Damonte, you've lost your job. Why is no one else clapping?
I mean, the producer literally said it's me, bro. You're not the producer. I think this is my show now. Thank you so much for watching, guys. This is my guest here, Yassuo. It was very fun having you on the show. I think I'm actually just gonna take your job here, and I'm gonna continue playing on the LCS. So yeah, I think you should just leave. That's it, baby.
This next segment's gonna be really perfect, and the reason why is because I'm hungry. Let's be real, I'm almost always hungry, but I won't be hungry much longer because with this new segment, we are going to be getting fed with Grubhub. Now, with this new segment, we're gonna be keeping track of the LCS players week to week and seeing who's leading the league with kills, assists, and I'm sure you guys guessed it, we gotta find out who's doing the most feeding. Realistically, we're gonna be looking at the bottom of the barrel teams. We're gonna try not to get too disrespectful, but let's be real, if you're feeding, you might get some flame. But without further ado, let's jump into it and let's check out what we have for us. Now, to jump right into it, we're not going to talk about the feeders first. We need to talk about the people who have been performing extremely well. 100 Thieves over here, we're 3-0 in the league. Our players are looking great, except some games where CLG, we were struggling, but we still managed to come back and win. But our players still, unfortunately, did not have the highest KDs in the league. The highest kills in the league is Sven. He averages an 18 KDA right now in the league throughout the week 1 of LCS. He had a 17 kill MF game. He had back-to-back pentakills. This guy's an absolute beast no matter what champion C9 seems to put him on, whether it's Seraphine, Senna, and he's extremely clutch in these team fights. So Sven is definitely my MVP so far of week 1, but there are some honorable mentions. We definitely have to touch on Blabber. Blabber's had a fantastic week as well. It seems like every gank he pulls off just works. He has a 100% first blood participation, so he's literally always doing something in the early game, he's always doing something in the mid game, and he's a reliable source of damage in the late game because he averages 25% of his team's damage as a jungler. Blabber's killing it, Sven's killing it, C9's doing really well. I'm honestly really excited to see 100 Thieves and C9 face off against each other because they're both tied for first, but that's for the good players in the league. Now, the show wouldn't be called Run It Down if we didn't literally talk about the players and the teams that are actually legitimately running it down. But before we get into that, let me secure this bag real quick. Do you know who gets you fed? Grubhub gets you fed. With Grubhub perks, you can get free food and dollars off your favorite restaurants. Grubhub truly offers the most experiences and rewards over any other delivery services. And they offer contact-free delivery, so you can keep your family, drivers, and restaurants safe. Grubhub's got the league fed so far. Without further ado, let's talk about who ran it down the most. Now, it's probably to nobody's surprise that Golden Guardians was not performing that well in the first week of the LCS. This is a developmental roster, you know, they picked up these academy players, some amateur players, they didn't drop a bunch of money on imports or world champions, but Niles and Ablaze Olive did have the worst KDs in the league with a 0.7 and 0.8 KDA. Watching Niles gameplay, I think there's definitely a lot to work on. You know, he got bullied on the Camille extremely hard by C9, but I think there's a lot of promise there as well. You know, his gangplank looked extremely good. He was hitting really nice one-part combos, and he was hitting really nice barrels in team fights. He was a late-game threat for his team, and honestly, I see a lot of potential with Niles. Now, the Blaze Olive, I also don't think the KDA is really indicative of how he played. I think he actually performed fairly well. So, for me, I don't really want to harp too much on these players, and I'd rather talk about the absolute worst team in the league, and that is CLG. CLG threw massive leads both against 100 Thieves and TSM, and honestly, Reddit, Twitter, everyone was just in shock. Like, the leads you throw as a pro team, they just can't be that big, and it can't happen that often, you know? You need to know how to close out your lead, you need to know how to play the mid game, the side lanes, the team fights, the vision control, and it seems like CLG has a lot to work on. Hopefully they work on that for week 2 and week 3 of LCS. We're gonna have to tune in and find out later. Now, I wanna give a massive shout out to Grubhub for sponsoring Run It Down. The show wouldn't be done without you guys. Truly appreciate it. Hey, and the food tastes great. Now, you let me know, who do you think is going to be the worst performer in LCS and the best performer in both weeks 2 and 3 of the LCS? Hey, my money's still on CLG. Well, that about wraps up episode 1 of season 2 of Run It Down. We really hope you guys enjoyed this show. If you guys have any ideas of segments you want to see or guests you want to see on the show, don't mention Bjergsen, let me know in the comments below. Make sure to drop a like, make sure to subscribe. Shout out to Grubhub once again for making this show go on. And thank you all for watching. Have a good one. At one point in season 8, I wanted to go pro. You think I would have made it?
I think you could have made it.
Do you still think I'm good at one champion only?
No, I mean, I think you can play more than Yassuo, but I always remember, I think it was when you went to Korea, I was watching your stream all the time. You're pretty cracked at Yassuo then. And I feel like if someone has that good mechanics on one champion like that, you for sure could translate that to other champions.
Thank you. I appreciate that.